Hello and welcome to Privars Fiskefuru. Today we're gonna tie a disco scud. You see the fly on the screen. This is the fly we're gonna tie. The fly is very fast tie and few materials and very efficient when the winter months is here in Norway. There is cold and the sea trout is slow and you have to wake it up with some brilliant colors. So follow on and see how I tie this fly. Well, this is a disco scud and the materials for this is use grub shrimp from Partridge in size 10, glimmering hot melt glue in magenta, pink if you might call it. I cut small discs of it and I use a scissor to snip off like this. If you have a disc that like a shape like this, okay, that's one material. And the legs is white ostrich hull, 2 strands. You can use 3 if you want. And I use some white GSP for this. And the Wise is Stonefo Transformer. That's all the materials I've been using for this. And of course you use some dumbing needle to take out all the strands that have been tied down, like I'm doing right now. Okay, that was all the materials I've been using, and the tools are, as said, this vise. And to melt the hot melt glue I use a lighter. Don't use a candle because it makes too much soot on the fly. And I use dubbing needle. I use Stonefo Patin comb with a velcro brush. And I use a curved scissors. And also a toothbrush if you don't have any of the other. Okay, and I used whip finish to make the whip finish on this fly. Okay, that's all for the description, so follow on with the tying. Okay guys, I start off with putting a hook in the vise. It's a grub hook in size 10, and I take a piece of this, cut off a small disc and cut it to shape like this so it fits to the hook I'm using. For that I'm using a curved scissor. Where did I put it? I got it here, like this. This is very nice for this purpose. Okay, then I just start with hitting a lighter and heat the hook up. Why? I'm gonna show you. Start with heating the hook up. Nice and hot. Use lighter for this, because if you use a candle, it will make too much soot on this. And now the magic happens. Should have heat it up. Now it really helps having a rotation vise for this, because now you have to go rotate this so it will you can use moistened fingers to help the shape of this. Got some hot melt glue in my mouth. That's not good. Okay. Try to heat it up again. Not too much. See, that will control the shape of this fly. Just make it go around and around. If you think it's a little too big, you can cut on this glue. Try not to make too much on the belly. You see, it's a bit too thick for my taste. So I want to wait a little bit until the glue has dried. You can snip off some of the glue like this when it's not too cured. You may see that it's not so very translucent at the time, but it will be when you heat it up again. Well, you see, I've shaped it a little bit. See, now it's very translucent again. Just use a rotation on your vise to smoothen it up like this. Now it's getting the shape I want. You can blow very carefully on it. See now, use the rotation of your vise. The vise today is a Stanford transformer. Very nice vise. This is 1 or 3 jaws I used for this vise. It comes with 3 jaws. Streamer jaw and this small hook jaw, regular jaws, and you have some tube fly jaws. I think can test it a little. Well, it's not too sticky. Okay, now I'm gonna take my thread. The thread is GSP white. And attach, lock the rotation on the vise, attach the thread at the back like this, and use your scissor, snip it off, and you take now 2 strands of ostrich herl. Take the thick one, measure out so you have a same length on this. Snip the thick end off and attach it to the bottom like this. You can now take off the stumps. See if there's, you can access them. Now the tricky part comes. You have to make the thread goes one wrap. So always the start on this is the most difficult. Some wraps and one ostrich herl on each side. you have to just, you can use two wraps. Now you can see the segmentation is coming there. Try to keep one ostrich hair on each side and collect them. Make some nice tug on it. Not too hard, then you will cut into the glue. And again, round we go 1 and 3 2 times, and further on go on like this. At the last we come to the hook eye. Try to control all these pieces. See, now you can brush this baby up. Now you can just use some whip finish by hand, or maybe you can just cut off this ostrich hairs a little bit so it will be more accessible. I was a bit lucky there. Take a little whip finisher and whip finish, make a nice finish on this. So there we have, almost done now. I have to get a dubbing needle and just brush out the strands on the bottom there. Just see if I can find this little Stonefo tool and brush on this to get all the fibers down and out. You can also use your dubbing needle. I think I'm gonna do that. Snip these off first and take care of the bobbin. Put that aside. Take your dubbing needle. Get rid of all the glue that I've been collecting on this dubbing needle. I said bobbing needle, but I meant dubbing needle. Okay. And try to pick up all the fibers that you have tied down, some of those. You could have placed maybe 3. I have a toothbrush also that will also come in handy for this, with some cut-out brushes. And now you're gonna take your last part and snip this ostrich hull off. Work with this. This ostrich hair is very tough. You don't break so easily as you might think. See, now you have this nice segmentation on this fly, and if you want, you can add a little lacquer on top, but I don't want to do that now. I just snip this baby off. I call this baby, the disco Scud, because it has a little disco color on it. I made it this way because of the cold winter months here in Norway. You have this slow sea trout, and you have to wake them up. You have to wake them. And as you see, you have this nice little Scud, disco Scud. So that's what I had for you today. And I thank you all for watching my videos. And please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be very happy to comment and reply to it. So that's all what I had, and tight lines, and bye bye.